welcome to the channel. I hope you are having a great day. Let's start with today's stories. Am I the idiot for expecting my brother to uninvite my soon-to-be ex-husband and my friends from his wedding? My 34, female, brother, 31, male, is getting married in a month. My brother is not friends with my friends, but he knows them by association and gets along with them, and he's invited them to his wedding. My soon-to-be ex is also invited. He was invited anyway, before I found out about certain stuff. My husband and I have known each other since high school, and we shared the same friend group. His friends are my friends and vice versa. Recently, I found out my husband has been cheating on me for 4 months with another woman, and all of our friends have been covering for him. They all knew and enabled him. I immediately filed for divorce. I came clean to my family about it a few days after I found out. They were all shocked and angry. My dad was more focused on my husband cheating, but my mom was more focused on our friends covering for him. My brother was also upset, because he was close to my husband. My husband has left home and he's living with his sister for now. Yesterday, the topic of my brother's wedding came up and he was talking about the seating arrangements with me and my parents. He asked me if I would be comfortable to be seated next to my husband and our friends. I looked at him in disbelief and told him he shouldn't even be asking that question. I'm also upset that he's inviting them after all, especially my friends, since they're not his friends at all and he just knows them by association. He said it would be mean if he uninvited all of them just 1 month before the wedding, and said that he understands why I'd feel uncomfortable, but he doesn't want to be mean. I reminded him how my husband cheated on me and I got lied to by all my friends, who were enabling him. He says he's aware, but I should not insist on him uninviting them, because it's his wedding and he makes the rules. I dropped it and didn't continue the conversation, but am I the idiot for expecting my cheating husband and the friends who covered for him to get uninvited from my brother's wedding? I want to highlight that the whole cheating issue is fresh. It's barely been a month since I found out. OP gives more info in the comments. I hope your future sister-in-law takes note of how your brother values cheaters and their enablers. She agreed with my brother. That's the thing. His reasoning was that he and the bride will look like bad hosts if they do that. And that they can communicate better with me, and expect me to understand, than if he simply uninvited those people, because they'd talk badly about him and his fiancée. Basically, they expect me to suck it up. How did she find out about the affair? Basically, one of my friends accidentally sent a text to me that was supposed to be sent to my husband. And it was exposing him, because it went like, "I'll tell X, me, to go for drinks tonight, so you will have roughly 2 to 3 hours to meet with J, the other woman." I don't know whether she did it on purpose or if it was really an accident. After I confronted that friend, she made up excuses until she admitted. She then said everyone knew, and they all later admitted to it. My parents don't want to see my ex's face at all, especially my dad. My brother is simply a people pleaser and he expects me, as his sister, to suck it up, so he won't look mean to the rest of them. Oh my god! Not the idiot OP. What's wrong with your brother? Your husband cheats on you, your friends cover for him, and your brother and future sister-in-law still want them at their wedding? Again, what's wrong with them? I would feel disgusted by the presence of these people at my wedding. And this talk that they don't want to disinvite them so soon before the wedding, to not be seen as the bad guys, is bullshit. What do they think will happen when at the wedding every guest finds out what your husband and his friends did and sees that the couple still wanted their presence there? What do they think it will look like for everyone? Well, surprise, surprise, that they are one of the bad guys. Another 2 idiots, who see no problem in humiliating the groom's sister. They are acting like selfish idiots. Oh, I hope that they, the groom and bride, aren't expecting the wedding will be about them. No, with these guests there, they're the ones who are going to be the center of attention. My suggestion is that you don't go to the wedding, but if you do this, it's kind of like a win to your ex, and he doesn't deserve this. He should be hiding, not you. He should be ashamed, not you. The best solution, it would be for these people to have a minimum of respect and not go to the wedding. But after what they did, they apparently don't know what that word means. But do you think that is something else going on, OP? Is it possible that your brother also knew about the cheating and didn't tell you? Because their decision makes no sense at all. And you're not wrong for expecting empathy from the people around you at this difficult time, especially from your family. So no, OP, you're not the idiot. Not the idiot. I'd be uninviting myself to the wedding. Not the idiot. I would make this my hill to die on. Brother, it's fine if you want to invite them, but I will no longer be attending. I value my mental health, and do not want to spend time with them. I hope you have a lovely wedding. If your brother is choosing people he isn't even friends with over you, then it proves what a terrible brother he is. Also, the fact he was going to sit you next to your soon-to-be ex-husband shows how little he actually values you. Not the idiot. He says he doesn't want to be mean, but doesn't realize how mean it is to force you to sit through all of that? His reason isn't that he doesn't want to be mean, it'll be something more pathetic like they've already had their table plan printed. Not the idiot, at all. Your brother needs to readjust his priorities. Is it worse to be rude to a shitty lying group of people who he's not actually friends with? Or alienate his sister whom he loves, by putting her in an upsetting and uncomfortable situation? In 10 years' time those friends probably won't remember this event, but you sure will. Not the idiot. That's seriously messed up, OP. I would probably withdraw myself from his life and not even show up to the wedding. I have 2 brothers, one of whom is friends with my boyfriend, but if he found out that I was being cheated on, he would definitely be throwing hands even with those who knew and were complicit. It's not a good sign for your brother's marriage that faithfulness and loyalty come second to placating acquaintances. I would RSVP no to the wedding and do something super fun instead. You would have a horrible time if you went, and you deserve better than that. Not the idiot. Are you enjoying the video so far? If so, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification to know when a new video is out. Now let's go to the next story. Am I the idiot for telling my mother-in-law that once she reads up on basic 6th grade biology, she's free to give me a call and apologize? I, 28, female, have been married to my husband Cam, 32, male, for 2 years, and we've been together for 4 in total. He was a friend of my older brother, so I've known him even longer. Cam and I decided to try for a baby, and now I'm currently 20 weeks with our first. When we told my mother-in-law the news, the first thing she mentioned was that every woman in the family had a son before they had a daughter, so she thought the baby would be a boy. Cam and I told her we didn't care what we were having, we just wanted a happy and healthy child. Well, I'm having a girl, and we informed my mother-in-law of this earlier in the evening. Cam and I weren't on board with the idea of a huge dramatic gender reveal, so we just decided to go with casual announcements. Mother-in-law immediately seemed upset at this, and she told me that next time I need to try harder to give my husband a son. I laughed and said I didn't really have much of a choice in the matter, so if and when we have another child, there's nothing I could do to make sure we had a boy then either. She said that it was a fault on my end, because she had a boy first, she had all boys, all of her other sons' wives had boys first, so that meant I was the odd one out. Cam told his mom that he didn't care about having a son or not, and that she needed to stop blaming me for something that couldn't possibly be my fault. But then she started getting onto him about how he should want a child that can carry on the family name instead of a daughter, that will just be given away. The whole thing was absolutely ridiculous, so I told her that once she looks into getting a refresher course and reading up on basic biology she should have learned in the 6th grade, she's free to give me a call and apologize for being absolutely ridiculous. My husband and I left after that, and in the car he said that while he understood my frustration, he didn't appreciate me speaking to his mother like that because I basically implied that she was an idiot. I told him that I didn't appreciate the way she was speaking to me, and that he should be upset on behalf of our daughter since his mom clearly seems to think less of our child before she's even been born. The rest of the car ride was silent, and honestly we haven't talked since getting back home either. He did defend me to her, so I know he's on my side, but I know he wouldn't have brought up the way I spoke to her unless he really thought it was out of line. I feel like a bit of an a-hole now, and I'm not sure if I should apologize to her or not. What the hell? Who still thinks like that? How is this your fault? What do you mean you have to try harder next time? What does she want you to do? I swear to God, I don't even know what to say. Just be careful how your daughter is going to be treated by this woman. Protect your daughter. I understand having preferences on the gender of the baby, but this is too much. And the fact that your husband was upset that you implied that his mother was an idiot, well, that's because she was acting like an idiot. And no one can deny it. Look, OP, I could be wrong, but your mother-in-law seems like the kind of closed-minded person who thinks others have to do what she says. And I understand if you want to apologize to keep the peace in the family, but know that you are not the one in the wrong here. And once again, protect your daughter from these people. I'm afraid that because of mother-in-law's influence, she might grow up thinking that women are less than men. Keep your eyes open. OP replies some comments. Not the idiot, she's treating your baby like she's less than before she's even born. That's truly what bothered me the most about what she was saying. Like my daughter isn't as important as some son that I may never actually have. I don't ever want my little girl to grow up thinking that she's less than because she's not a boy. Not the idiot, but if all her other kids have had sons first, then the family name is being carried on? So what's her deal? Also, your daughter could choose to keep her last name or hyphenate. Mother-in-law is definitely a piece of work and needs to brush up on women's studies along with biology, lol. Honestly, lol, my husband has 5 brothers, and all 5 of them have at least one son. I'm sure the family name will survive just fine if he and I only ever have daughters. Not the idiot. What is this, the 1800s where we need a prince to carry on the legacy of royalty or something? Right? I didn't even take my husband's last name when I got married. My last name is my mom's maiden name, and my brother was the one who changed his name when he married his wife. I've never understood the concept of carrying on a legacy with a name. Not the idiot, and she deserved that. Frankly, I think it's hilarious. Well done, and congratulations. Thank you so much. Not the idiot. You were not rude, and it's true, if she knew basic biology she would know that the sperm determines the sex of the baby. There is nothing a woman can do. She honestly is trying to make you feel inadequate that you couldn't give them a grandson, and that is out of line. Honestly, I wouldn't have been as nice as you. I would have brought out some Google and made sure the text was in a large font and show her the science. At this rate, I hope you have all girls, lol. I am now secretly hoping for an army of daughters, lol. What exactly was OP supposed to do to get a boy? Cross her eyes and her fingers and pray for a male heir? Also, when she says about the family name? The mother-in-law said all her sons have had boys, so where is the problem? Internalized misogyny at its finest. Not the idiot. As one of 2 daughters, tell your husband he needs to step up now, because this is not going to be the last time someone outright says he should want a boy and that daughters are basically worthless. That's what your mother-in-law said, daughters get given away. It's 2022, your daughter can have any name she wants, have any career she wants, choose who her family will be. This is a hill to wage war on. Mama, bear up. Your daughter needs you. And what do you guys think of all this? What would you do if you were OP? Please leave your comments down below. And that's it for today, everyone. I hope you enjoyed. Until next time.